the more intense.
Shut your ass up, boy. Hey, man. Pete, if you clicked on this video, this message might be for you, bro. Put your money where your mouth is, man. Simple as that, straight up. A lot of people in this demographic of anime, gaming, whatever, just supporting companies, period, that bring our love to life, you know, the love for the anime, love for things that are just outside of reality, you know what I'm saying? That take us into the fantasy. We got love for the gaming consoles creators, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? People who make the games on the consoles. Just everything that's got to do with anything outside of real life, right? This stuff, these means that we use this for, right? The PS5 that I'm playing this on, that's digital only, the digital only version of this game that I got. Everything that we got is coming from people who are really not like us. Hey, no pun intended, you know, shout out Kendrick, but you feel me? A lot of people, they don't understand why the quality of stuff has dropped nowadays, or why things are just kind of like not the same as they used to be. But it's not a coincidence, you know? Back in the day, like I said in the previous video, I think my first actual, like, you know, constructive video about this game, this game had a lot of fans from back in the day that the developers were aware of, which is why they, you know, came back for the game, because they're like, oh shit, yeah, we got some fans for this shit, bro. You know what I mean? Let's run it up. And that's exactly what they did. You know, they ran it up, nigga. God damn. Hold up, let me lock in. That's exactly what they did. They ran it up because they understood that there was still a demographic for people who wanted to play this game, right? All right, so people bought it. After all these years, them making all this shit that we didn't even ask for, making goddamn Dead by Daylight type of Dragon Ball shit, making God knows what. Well, all the other games like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I never bought that one because I can't even tell you how many times I've seen the story, and let alone I've already learned the story through the video games itself, so I don't need another game to tell the story again, especially if it's just that, right? So boom. Fast forward, we in this day, right? We in the Sparking Zero day. We heard the drop, we heard the news, we heard the teaser, we saw everything, but we saw it, we was there. You know what I'm saying? It was fire for what it was at that time until we got it. Everybody was talking about it until we got it. Then when we got it, everybody was like, nah. It's kind of like having a dream, and then you waking up out that dream, and you trying to get back in the dream, and now it's not the same dream, not the same people, it's not even the same intensity. You trying to go back to something that's no longer what it was, right? That's really what it is. It's not the same. It's not the same environment. What they had to do back in the day, right? For example, they had to make games complete. Once that game hit the shelves, it's gonna stay like that until you make another game. And a lot of people expect it to be the same as it was back in the day. They expect it to be the same formula, but it's just not the way that it was before. Like even games like Fortnite, that originally changed the game for every other game that's on the shelf. And I'm gonna just tell you why. Just because of its layout, just because of its appeal to customers. It's a free game that goes crazy. It goes crazy. And the most things that people want to buy for that game is just the skins, because it's free, quote unquote. It doesn't change how the game is played, quote unquote. So ever since Fortnite came out, big games, big titles like Call of Duty especially had to change their method of advertising, of just, I guess, executing the release of a game, even just because they're like, oh yeah, yep, standard DLC, getting the season pass or 1, 2, and 3. A lot of fans are not really messing with that style no more, because it's just like they see that as just breaking the bank, which it is. They were because COD was the same. I know I'm playing Dragon Ball, but Call of Duty was like the same people to start doing supply drops, but like supply drops. I never understood. I never really realized, matter of fact, how bad that was, because I forgot how old I was playing BO3 era. Oh my, bro, I had no business buying crypto keys, no business buying. I don't think I bought COD points. I don't think I ever stooped that low. I always try to go the free route, but I'm like, bro, ain't no way they got me doing this for some guns that don't even exist. Like these are pixels on the screen, but they had me by the, you know what I mean? They had us. Anybody who was like, I don't know if y'all remember the crypto key, but that was an era. Whenever they had the blackjack dude, as a specialist, everybody that had me and my generation going crazy, boy. We was in them crypto keys deep. They had us, boy. There's not no joke. And a lot of people expect this same method not to be applied by other countries, other companies, because they want that bag. They want the money. If they gonna get it, they gonna get it, and they know they can get it too. They will get it without hesitation. Bitch, get the fuck out of here, boy. Ugly ass boy. Frosty the Snowman looking at boy. S5 ring, but you playing like a bitch ass boy. Anyway, yeah, man. It's like, what do you expect? What do you expect the companies to do if they know they're gonna get the money, and they don't have to do half the stuff they did back in the day because they don't have to, because it's not the same. It's not the same time. It's not the same era. We don't live in the same time where once the game releases, they're like, okay, bet this is what it is until we get a new version. No, they could update it. They could apply patches. So whatever is not really, whatever is, like, I feel like they go through a process, kind of like how I heard Fortnite kind of bypass a lot of stuff. They kind of like, they're in a beta stage upon release, and then they kind of utilize feedback to make improvements. They don't really go through that phase where they're like, all right, boom, trial and error. All right, we got it fleshed out. It's perfect. Let's bring it out. They're like, all right, let's see where we improve based on the feedback we get. If it even works like that. I feel like they just be like, you know what, man, we got our bread, bro. Yeah, they'll suck it up, bro. They're gonna get over it, bro. They always complain, bro. They can rationalize the complaints or actual feedback as complaints, matter of fact. They can just be like, oh yeah, they just complaining, bro. We can't please them all. Can't please them all. Dude, you are so bad. Hold up, man. All I'm saying is it's not the same time. A lot of people expect developers and stuff to still have the mindset that they had back in the day, but like there's so many things that's changing the game. It's just changing the whole layout of how we consume. You know, a lot of people even complaining about Nintendo, but it's up. That's just over. A lot of what we looked at as perfect back in the day, or what was just fine, that they changing because they gotta get that bag by any means, bro. Either it's just because of circumstantial situations, or just people. It's a different time, and they know that, dude. I can't play against niggas like this at all, bro. Luckily, I'm making the video. I ain't even taking it serious like that. But this dude is an S5. S5, mind you that. Dumb as hell. I should have held that like a tad bit longer, huh? That was the key. That was the secret. That's why. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like, it's unfortunate to see. Of course, it's unfortunate to see the greats fall. So you're done. You stupid boy. I don't know why you keep doing that. And it's unfortunate. Oh, I wasn't even trying to do that. But yeah, it's just to see the greats fall. Ain't nobody want to see that, bro. For real. But that's what it is, man. They're trying to get that bag. They got to get it. And it's a different formula nowadays, because other games, like I said, like Fortnite and shit, man, they changed it. Right? They changed it. They gotta keep up. They gotta be able to compete. And how they're gonna do that is keeping the longevity, because a lot of people's just their attention span is dead, bro. Like, it's not like how it used to be before, where it was like mainly adults who bought the games and then gave it to their kids, because that's how I was put on. That's how I was put on the Call of Duty, matter of fact. That's how I was put on the fighting games like this, because my older brother, he bought it, and he was like, hey, you ever heard of this? I was like, hell no. I started playing it. I'm like, oh! I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I started finding out all this crap. Like, I started, bro, whole new world. That's all I can say. Whole new world, bro. It's crazy, but I love it. You know why? Because that's what it is. That's the art. That's the art of it. I should have won. I should have won that. But it's all good though. This dude kept switching, dude kept spamming, and he's at S5. This is also part of the reason, because people like this ruin the game, exploit things that are not meant to be exploited, which makes the people, like the developers, look bad, but also the developers hearing this or having this before it's even released. They should, like, this is what I do whenever I make maps on Minecraft, brother. But this is what I do. Like I said, when I make maps on Minecraft in creative modes, I can simply be like, okay, I anticipate, how could this be abused? How can this circumstance be avoided? How could it be, like I said, exploited, abused, if you want to say? You're supposed to think about possible loopholes, possible flaws in your program. And it seems like with this game, there's a lot of loopholes that they either didn't think about or they just, you know what I mean? It just, you couldn't flesh out. Bugs, they come up because the code ain't perfect. Sometimes you really gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta get up in there, get your hands dirty. But it seemed like they ain't really trying to do that. They got the game out, they got the money. They said, all right, we gonna do what we can, bro. Goddamn, like it's like they did what they could during development, but now it's like they really doing what they can out here, boy. Like, not that the game really out. It's like I just hope they save it, because this, like I said, bro, this was the game everybody was waiting for. This is a game that was expensive, but reasonably, because we like, yo, if it's gonna be like the last game and better, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. But now that I see how it is, like if I would have saw this, like let's say if I would have got the game a week late, right? And the game was like something like this, and I knew it wasn't gonna get like, if I knew it wasn't gonna improve past that point for a while or at all, I probably wouldn't have bought this game. I probably would have been a lot more comfortable watching it, to be honest, bro. 'Cause that's really what I started doing after I fell out with Call of Duty and stuff. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm just gonna watch people play games anyway, because it's less expensive, and it's just a lot of games. I felt this way years ago. It's just like they ain't got the same soul no more, because they don't have to have the same soul. All they gotta do is get the game out. It has to be playable, but it also has to be attractive to new customers. That's how they really measure their metrics or success of a game, based on how can I say, like, how accessible is it to new fans who don't really know the lore, the mechanics, stuff like that. That's really what they worry about now, because that's what affects their pockets. If we're gonna be real, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. They have to worry about keeping the company alive, because it's just like, I don't know. They feel like without DLC, without microtransactions, like a company can't survive. But I don't think that's the case, bro. I don't think that should be the case. Wow. If I win this, you're fucked. Oh, lucky bitch. I would have hit you with that shit ASAP. Oh, I bet he's gonna do the rush. Anyway, I'm about to focus on this, bro. I got to. I don't want this video to be too long, and I'm also trying to get a dub on this bitch so I can get off of this. But yeah, man, it's not the same no more for a reason. It's a different time. People gotta adjust. You can't just complain and not change, because we don't code, we don't develop. We're not game developers yet, unless y'all want to be. That's dope. That would be even better. We got people who rep. You know what I'm saying? Actual reps. Oh, hold up, bitch ass nigga. Exactly what I thought, boy. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Y'all gotta talk with the pockets though. If y'all don't like it, like, look, I'm playing it because I already bought it, but I'm like, yo, look, listen, Pete, like, if y'all don't like something, like, let's say they try to come out with another game, right? Especially if it's not even like, in the midst of this not even being good. Come on, man. Why would y'all go buy that? Why would y'all be like, oh, maybe they're gonna do it this? No, don't even trust it, bro. I know a lot of people have been saying this before I even brought it to attention, but it's like, y'all gotta talk with the pockets. That's really what they listen to. If nobody bought, let's say if there's people who didn't buy the season pass, if nobody bought the DLC that's about to drop, they would be like, oh yeah, you gotta do something. You see those numbers? That's low. That's not good, brother. Or whoever they say, whoever they be talking to, they higher ups, they'd be like, yo, we gotta adjust. We gotta get right. You see how low these numbers are? I don't like that. Whoever. Big boss won't like that. Toriyama wouldn't feel that if you see how low these numbers are, because we ain't putting in our work. And then they would actually have to adjust. Just the same way y'all was complaining about Sonic, the way he was looking like a pedophile. In that last movie, boy, his first movie, debut, like live action shit. Come on, man. Like, we could do better now. We could do way better. All we gotta do is actually use our money, bro. You ain't gotta make no petitions. You ain't gotta do no forums. You just gotta not support it. Don't talk about it. Play something else. Like me, look, this is me just playing what I bought. All right, because I already bought it because I love it, but I hate it at the same time because it's unfortunate. They did us like this. It's really unfortunate they did us like this. They gave us like something that pales in comparison to the last game. Like character-wise, I feel like that's where it goes up. I like it because it's just like, damn. They got a bigger variety of characters than Raging Blast, which is better because that brings me back to the Tenkaichi feel. They got better mechanics than Raging Blast, like I said, which I mess with because it was just like, why give me an ultimatum to go combo mode in hyper mode or go like Raging Blast, you know what I mean? Like Raging Soul mode, you know, Raging Soul mode. I ain't like that ultimatum, bro. I like being able to do the combos and then do my move after, bro. Like there's some things that they got from the last games that was good. Things that they changed from the Super OG Tenkaichi, which is good, and it's things that they kept, which is great. But it's just like some things that are just adjusted or not put in this game that were in the last, which makes me really wonder, like, bro, come on, man. Y'all wasn't locked in with this, bro. This isn't the perfect game. But like I said, it's all for a reason, bro. You're chasing that perfection. You will do what you can to get it. And even if that means spending more, then you will do it. And we got to stop doing that as a collective, bro. Because if they know they're going to get that money, they're going to get it, boy. But that's it. Y'all be easy, though, man. Peace.